Let's drop that old one that we used to do back in the days.
What's up, people?
What up, though?
What's up, Detroiters? Welcome to
The People Mover podcast,
where we discuss everything from current events to pop culture to relationships, life, and a lot more.
We explore the power of social connection through conversation. We literally want to
Move the people. It's your girl Miracle here with our co-host,
Malcolm.
And this is episode 1.
Numero uno.
So, Malcolm.
Yeah.
I feel like the people deserve to get to know us a little bit.
Okay, let's do that.
So, tell us a little bit about where you're from, where you were born and raised, where you grew up.
Born and raised Detroit, Michigan, West Side, 7 Mile, Better Mile. Gotta get
West
that cheddar mile. Yeah.
Do you think like Detroit is different from other cities? Have you traveled other places? Have you ever wanted to move out of Detroit?
I've traveled in and around the country, so a lot of different states. I went to like Venice and Italy and Europe when I was like in high school. Detroit is not like any other place that I've been to, just culturally. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've driven from here to California, here from Texas, here to Mississippi. Like a lot of cities that are kind of constructed the same way, where they got like a downtown, you got like a surrounding suburban area, you got like the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. I feel like there's a lot of things that make Detroit unique. And like I moved here when I was 18 from Houston, and there was a lot of things that were like culture shocks for me.
Okay.
Like they were first little culture shocks. Michigan has like the Michigan left. Yeah. It's like a weird thing.
Oh, yeah.
I moved up here and I was like, what the fuck is everybody doing?
It's so useful. Like, I go to the place, I was in Chicago, and I was like, they don't have Michigan lefts. And I was like, I had to go around the block like 8 times to get back to where I was. I was like, the Michigan left would have just put me back on the other side of the street. So I actually like the Michigan left. I fuck with the Michigan left.
Even people from here told me that it's like BS.
Fuck
so
that.
I mean,
Michigan left.
Yeah.
But outside of that, like Detroit obviously has like everything from like clothes to dancing to slang, like buffs. You got Better Made chips. You got Fagos. You got Jittin. You got What Up Doe. You got
What Up Doe.
You know, obviously.
We gave you Big Sean. We gave you Eminem.
You got the automotive industry with Ford, and then you also have like before that you got Motown with music. So you know, just historically, it's so much stuff that Detroit has to offer that I feel like you just can't get anywhere else.
Right, and the music is so diverse as well because the music industry is all like the jazz festival, and like there's a movement which is techno, and techno is a huge thing, and then you have Sada Baby, which is like hip hop and rap, and like
there's brands from like the Doughboys Cash Out era, and you got like the T Grizzlies to your Days Lows, and it's such a wide array of sounds and people too, like just in the Detroit area and in like the metropolitan surrounding areas. You know, I have friends who are like Indian and Hispanic and Southwest Detroit, and then you know Chaldean. And,
exactly.
So I feel like it's almost like a little melting pot as well. Like you know, Detroit is like one of the blackest cities, but even still, you still got like you know access to almost everybody for real.
Yeah, no, I agree. We really are the true melting pot, I would say, because we have like Southwest Detroit, which has Hispanics, and Dearborn is like a big Hispanic and like not Hispanic, like Middle Eastern.
It's
an
like
Arabic community and Muslim
Albanian,
community,
Muslim,
so it's like you have them, and then you have like Indian people and Filipino people and Black people. Like, you know, a lot of minorities. You know what I mean? And no, it's really cool. I also like the fact that we have like our own island. I love Belle Isle. It's one of my favorite places to go.
It's fire.
I know everyone's always like, why do you want to go to Belle Isle? But it's like there's a beach, there's like a walk path, and like there's so many cool things there. There's like a conservatory.
Yeah. Like a greenhouse. Yeah, for sure.
No, it's really a cool place to hang out. And I also like the architecture.
Yeah, it is like a lot of historical buildings like around Detroit, for sure. From the homes into just like actual buildings and churches and stuff like that. The oldest jazz club, Baker's Keyboard Lounge, is like the oldest jazz club. It's in Detroit, you know what I'm saying? So it's so much stuff that Detroit has to offer for real.
Right. And there's like the Boston Edison The people who are from Detroit know what we're talking
The
about.
people mover.
The people mover. If you know, you know.
You know what I'm talking about.
Exactly. The Boston Edison Indian Village downtown has like the Griswold building and like so many cool like historic like interesting buildings. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
No, I agree. What do you think about the Q line and the people mover and like transportation?
I mean, I've always driven, so I never really rode them like that. But like as a child, like I used to be on the people mover, and I don't think I've ever took a bus in Detroit. But the Q line, it seems practical. That's what I was saying. It seems like a good way for people who don't have access to their own transportation to get at least get around. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Which
the
is
public
goal,
system
right?
is a whole different topic.
Yeah.
I used to catch the bus, but like that's a whole
I mean,
different topic.
I feel like other places, I feel like it's way less crowded than what I see in other places. Like going to New York, it's like everybody rides.
No,
So,
I
you know what I'm saying?
agree. Like, do you think Detroit's like a small city?
I feel like no and yes. Like being a black person from Detroit, I feel like you run across a black person and y'all gonna end up knowing somebody. So I feel like in that way it's not like big, but the actual like geography of it, I feel like it's pretty good size.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like a small city.
I mean,
I
you
feel
got
like everyone
cities
knows
inside
everybody.
of the city, like a Hamtramck.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
you
true. And everything is. We were just talking about this earlier. How everything is so close together that driving 30 minutes here to the studio was like shit. That was a drive.
Because you're used to everything being within range, like 5, 10, 15 minutes away.
Yeah. And like the last thing I would say I liked about Detroit was like the loyalty for sport fans.
Oh yeah, diehard fans. Like I mean,
The Lions fans, even when I moved here, they were
like that.
losing.
Yeah,
Every
and
fucking year they were losing up until last year.
for sure.
Last
and I'm
season.
like, that's why people can't say we didn't get it out the mud. So it's like when they see us winning, I don't want to hear Nathan. I don't want to hear nothing about y'all don't deserve. No, we do. 0-16 is crazy. You feel me? Same with the
that was
Pistons. I'm a
wild.
diehard Pistons fan. Same with the Pistons. We just had one of the worst seasons ever. I'm like, so when the Pistons start winning again, I don't want to hear nothing.
Right.
I don't want to hear nothing that we don't deserve because I had to sit through a team win 14 games. It's 82 games in the season. So we can go ahead and whatever that percentage that is.
It makes the come up so sweet.
Oh no, the come
Because
up.
we almost made it to the fucking like Super Bowl.
Oh no, we for sure should have went to the Super Bowl last year, and we sure could have won it because we beat the Chiefs earlier that year. So we for sure could have won, should have won the Super Bowl last year. That's basically what I'm saying. Which is as a Lions fan, it's even crazy to say out loud because I fucking watched Joey Harrington
This year though,
and John Kitna.
I think I don't know shit about sports, but I'm
John-
like
I know
this
you-
year
Y'all know.
we're going to the Super Bowl exactly. I wanted to talk about a little bit how it is to like date in Detroit, like how your dating life is. You are how old?
I'm 29.
29, and you are in a relationship or
I'm single.
you're single? Yeah. Okay. Like, what do you think of the women here? You've only lived here your whole life, so you only dated the people around here.
I date Detroit women because I live in Detroit, obviously, but I feel like the women I've ended up in a serious relationship with were from like the surrounding suburban areas. So
Yeah.
I've been in a relationship with only black women, but I feel like that's just because of what I'm,
Used to.
surrounded by.
Detroit
and,
is black. Yeah.
But it's not like I'm like I won't date another race or whatever. But I can only talk who talk to me. But most of them been from suburban areas. So like black girls who lived in like Farmington Hills and Bloomfield Hills and Southfield. So just like the suburban area. So like very few serious relationships I've been in, they've all been suburban black girls. But I tried, I still try with my Detroit women, and which we love them, but
you've had like situationships.
Oh, for sure.
Like
I've
dating,
had
like,
every type of relationship
serious,
you could
but
have.
You've dated, yeah. No, same. Unfortunately,
And Detroit women, they fine, but they be some fine thugs. Like they almost niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's like they real.
But I
we
mean,
let them know.
I know. And we also talked about how like sometimes trauma can make people hard, and like people here have gone through a lot of shit.
And especially
honestly.
in Detroit, like after you turn 25, like the possibility of finding somebody without a kid is like it depreciates significantly.
Yeah,
Significantly.
Exactly. So I was gonna ask you if you have like red flags or like deal breakers, because I'm like
I
one
don't
of
want
my
to be the
deal
father
breakers.
that stepped up right now, right at this very moment in time. I don't want to be.
Oh my god.
I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not. I don't see that.
But you're
for me.
29, so I'm like most girls you would date are like maybe have one baby daddy.
Which is one baby daddy too many. Okay.
Fair.
So for me at this time, like I've dated women who had multiple kids. You feel me?
Yeah.
The kids be cute, but it'd be like at that time, it's just like, do I feel?
But it wasn't off limits enough for you to talk to her.
Because the woman was interested enough for me to be like maybe, but at the end of the day, it was like not. Because if things with me and you are not absolutely perfect, if you're not blowing me out the fucking water, then it's gonna be real. You know.
What do you think is like what's bad in dating a woman with kids? Like one too many, you say?
It's just about where you are in life, and if you feel like you okay with her having a kid and the responsibility she has. Because in most situations I've been in, they don't like ask you to be a dad. Like most of them still dealing with the baby dad, so like he's the dad. But
I guess
every situation is different. I'll say that.
But taking out a kid is not the craziest thing ever. I have friends who have kids, and like even if I just meet you like last week and you have a kid, it's like you're part of your kid is part of our friendship as well.
Yeah,
I'm not
and
gonna
the
bring
kids
Christmas
be cool.
gifts. Like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Christmas gifts to you alone, and forget about your kids.
But eventually, it's just a package deal, and it's like if you,
I agree.
I don't blame people who say they don't want to date people with kids, because I'm like, if you don't have kids yourself, I can understand why you don't even. Because then it's like if they still dealing with their baby mom, like how are they still messing with their baby mom? It's like some of them, most people not, but some people is. Yeah. So it's like they don't even want to have to deal with that type of stuff, and I understand that. But outside of that, like my day in life is it's that meme of the dog at the table where like he's like everything's fine and then everything's on fire around him. This is fine, yeah, and everything is on fire. That's pretty much what it is right now.
No, I get you. What do you think are some other red flags or like
red flags are just people who I feel like a red flag is somebody who can't like read the room, like who just don't.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like if you popping off in the middle of the movie, I feel like you're not really cognizant of what's going on.
Yeah.
But
social maturity, emotionally intelligent, know when to do this and when not. It's not the time or the place, basically. Yeah, I know.
If you don't got a good grasp on your emotions, I don't think that you got to chill by yourself for a second and figure that out through prayer, therapy, a psychiatric evaluation from a clinical professional. All of those things. You know what I'm saying? Those things. Exactly. But I've been in relationships with women who I've had to be like a therapist for, and I don't want to do that again. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's not what I signed up for.
I guess. Yeah. But to some degree, we all need therapy. You and me, I'm sure there's shit.
Everybody needs therapy
who's
for
with
sure.
you.
Some a little more than others, though. That's just some a little more than others.
No, that's true. There is a line.
Some people need straight jackets. Some people, it's like we all don't need straight jackets, but some motherfuckers do. Some niggas need some straight jackets. Okay.
All right, I'm with you. I feel like dating here, like for women and men have different perspectives. I didn't really date that much in Houston, so I don't really have experience with dating elsewhere than Detroit. So I'm not grouping Detroit men, though.
So you lived in Houston before you came to Detroit. You came to Detroit at what age?
I was 18.
18.
So I just moved out of my house and I moved out of my mom, and I grew up in like a really religious household, and I'm Nigerian as well, so it's like very strict.
She's born in Nigeria.
Born in Nigeria. Moved to the U.S.
When did you come to the U.S. from Nigeria?
When I was 9.
He was 9, okay.
Yeah, exactly. So when I was 18 and I moved out, it was like, I'm still growing. I'm 25 now, and I'm like, I didn't really start living until I was 18, so give me a little bit of grace sometimes. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was very strict. But I mean, dating in Detroit also, it's like, because we're on the come up, you also like meet people from all sorts of parts of the world.
Yeah.
Like people came here for the draft, and I was meeting people who were living in fucking California.
Yeah.
And XYZ. So men are all the same. I'm always like, men. It's not really Detroit men. It's just all men. But Detroit men are polite. I would say when I moved here, like the good morning queen, Like, no one ever said, "Good morning, Queen," in Houston. It was such a regular thing. And I'm like, okay, it's kind of endearing. You know, they are polite. There's like a level between catcalling and compliments. But, you know, they be complimenting women. And sometimes you need to get gassed.
I'm screaming.
Sometimes
you be at the gas station trying to get gas.
Wait, I don't know.
And niggas who
Not at the gas station.
Niggas will be everywhere.
No, at the gas station. I've had such horrible gas stations.
Niggas don't believe in missing shots. Niggas gonna shoot from the hip, blindfolded, upside down. If you at the gas station,
Literally
the liquor store, you could be in sweatpants, bonnet over your eyes. And a fucking.
And honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I like that men approach me even with a bonnet on. I'm like, okay, it really is black for real. They get what it's like, and they're like, okay, you're a black woman.
Hijab and the whole thing.
Even
like
then,
you could be dressed like a ninja. Niggas will still.
I'm not gonna lie.
Niggas will still.
I'm not gonna lie.
Shoot
their shot.
They will shoot, and I don't look. I'm not saying I'm one of them niggas, but I understand shit because you miss 100% of the shots you don't make or you don't take. You feel me? So.
Facts. But like in settings, like don't go up to a girl at a gas station. Go up to a girl at a bar. Guys don't even come up to. I talk to like my peers and they don't come up to you in bars, but they go up to you at a fucking gas station. Get serious.
And then you ask niggas why they baby mama so crazy. Be like, I met her at the gas station. Like, nigga, maybe that's not where you supposed to be meeting women at. I don't know.
So I swear to God.
Yeah, but hey.
Yeah. And like we will get in the nitty gritty of like dating and relationships and like stories and all that.
I got stories for days. I'm not proud of that either. It's like I wish I didn't have stories, but unfortunately, like I said, I've been in almost every type of situation.
Yeah, and like your parents are still together, which we will talk about too. But like my mom, she's not with my dad, but like sometimes she asks me, I'm 25. She's like, when are you gonna get in a relationship? And I'm like, it's so bad out here.
Her mom FaceTimed her when I pulled up today, and she was like, I'm gonna play for your husband find you.
Oh my God, she's insane. She's like, is this my son-in-law? I'm like, oh my God, every man that comes next to me.
When did your mom come over from Nigeria?
I don't know. She's probably in her 40s.
Okay, so she 30s, was a grown woman. That's what I'm like.
Adult.
Oh my goodness.
But like, it's time. She's like, it's time.
Funny.
And I'm like, it's actually really hard out here, honestly. And you should be proud of me for not even settling.
Oh my God.
It's just so bad. It's so bad.
It's so funny.
But yeah, the stories for days. I save her the peace. I don't ever tell her shit about men.
Yeah, no, my mom don't even know somebody until we practically about to get married. My mom be asking me like, "Oh, you haven't been girl around so long. What's going on?" I'm like, "Mom, you don't even want to know all the stuff that's going on, right? If I told you everything that's going on in the streets with these hoes, you'll be ready to ride at dawn with a pitchfork."
Exactly. And telling African parents shit is bad, but
yeah, that's a whole different
it's still like a
culture
culture of like black culture and your parents being strict. Like you don't want to just fuck around and be like, oh, this girl I'm fucking.
Yeah.
You still want to be a little bit respectful.
Yeah.
Have a little bit of want long term. I don't know. But anyway, where can we find you?
Where can we find me?
We're going to be releasing episodes every Monday.
Yeah. We
People Mover Monday.
Still figuring it out, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
People Mover Mondays sound...
I like that. I mean, your name is Miracle. People Mover Mondays. Malcolm. It just kind of makes sense.
M's all around.
We only want M's in the account. So
people hate Mondays.
People do hate Mondays, so we could try to make people's Mondays better. We could do that. But where can we find me? Instagram.
Yeah, where can we find you?
Malcolm Elliott Music. Or you can look up everything on malcolmelliottmusic.com.
Okay. Yeah. You can find me and us on the People Mover Pod. That's our Instagram. That's our TikTok. That's our YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And my personal Instagram is gonna be in the bio as well.
Okay.
But it's Cyber with a V. And the letter M for Miracle.
Okay.
And Mondays and Malcolm.
So funny. Okay, well, you made it through the first episode. Okay, yeah.
Jeez. Okay. Let's dance.
Right.
Oh my God, I love that TikTok. We have to make it